Due to the current recession, all local councils are having to find ways to cut their expenditure. One proposal in front of Stroud District Council is to scrap the scheme which provides residential scheme managers in sheltered housing accommodation. The council predicts that by 2026, 25% of the population will be over the age of 65, placing a strain on resources. Stroud has 796 units in 29 sheltered housing schemes, which provide essential support to elderly people so that they can live independently in their own flats within the unit. This support is provided by residential scheme managers who live on site and ensure that the basic needs of all residents are met. In addition, they provide the support necessary to enable elderly residents to engage in social activities both within their own unit and outside in the wider community, arranging coffee mornings, bingo and day trips. The proposal to scrap scheme managers is meeting stiff resistance from residents themselves, who have organised a series of meetings, protests and demonstrations in order to bring awareness to the general public and to put pressure on the local council to think again. One of the residents who would be affected by the proposed cuts is 93-year-old Joan, who has lived in sheltered accommodation for the last 11 years.
When you begin to get older, at first when you come here you can cope. But as you begin to get older, there are things, your body gets slower, it won't work like everything else as it gets older. So you need help. But also, Sherborne House itself is a very happy place. It's a home from home, if you know what I mean.
I could see that my husband was going to need more care than I could give him. He had to go to the hospital, and then they decided I couldn't look after him anymore. And so he went to a residential home in Stroud, and after a little while I decided to go to Cam to be nearer to my daughter and nearer buses and shops and everything. So we were that's why I wanted to be in sheltered housing, because it's secure and you've got the warden ringing every morning, or scheme manager I should say, ringing every morning to see if I'm all right, and that's how you feel a lot safer. And our scheme warden does such a lot for us that none of us want to lose her.
The reason you come to a place where there's a scheme manager, common sense tells you, like it did when I was about 82 and I'd lost my friend through Alzheimer's, and the sensible thing seemed to apply to come into sheltered housing, because they gave me a leaflet, which I've got here, which says it's extra sheltered housing, and in it says, what support can I expect? And it says, support from the resident scheme manager available to all.
But she's always there for you, even when she's on duty, of course. She looks after all the if we want report repairs and things to her and that sort of thing, or if we're not well, she'll make sure that we're all right. Not everybody wants a call every day, but some of us do, and it's nice to have it because we feel a lot safer.
I'm Pauline Simpson. I'm the chair of the United Sheltered Accommodation Panel, and we're here in Stroud today to get signatures from the public in Stroud in support of retaining resident scheme managers in our sheltered housing schemes. We've had a review that's been ongoing for 3.5 years now, and the council seemed totally intransigent in giving us any response to anything, so we don't know where we are. So we decided to take to the streets ourselves to get public opinion, and unfortunately it rained all morning, but we've done very well. 75% of the people who live in sheltered housing are over 75. We've got a large proportion of 80 and 90-year-olds. So if you take resident scheme managers off site, there's actually nobody there for them to sort of turn to on a daily basis. The other thing to look at is, with all these cuts the government is making in terms of the National Health Service and the primary care trusts, is that you're getting more vulnerable people put into sheltered housing. Therefore, there's more need than ever for that support to be there. And the other thing is that for people that are already in sheltered housing that gave up their 3-bedroomed homes to move in with that support, they're not going to be encouraged to do that in the future, because they'll stay where they are in their own homes. There's no benefit for them to move at all. So therefore you've got like a house blocking system for younger families.
My name's Mark Rees. I'm a district councillor for the Cashers Green, Keswick area. I'm appalled at the scheme managers being sacked, proverbially, because of cutbacks. Every tenant in a sheltered accommodation pay a charge which goes towards a scheme manager. But why are they being cut? They're being cut because a Conservative administration in Stroud District Council are cutting back. This isn't fairness. These people have a say in life. These people now at this age need care, and this care is being cut.
Over the top.
We, the undersigned concerned citizens, call on Stroud District Council to axe proposals to reduce the resident scheme manager warden service at their sheltered housing schemes so that senior citizens can continue to feel secure living in their own homes. More than 1,100 signatures, which have been secured around the Stroud District from Saturday the 14th of August to Thursday the 26th of August. In addition to this, some 619 individual letters from sheltered tenants dated the 15th of July 2010 have been submitted to David Hagg, CEO of Stroud District Council, over the past couple of weeks, clearly stating, read the review of sheltered housing March 2007 to July 2010 ongoing. Following various consultations and meetings over the past 3+ years, I wish to make it very clear that as a tenant in sheltered housing, I want to retain a resident scheme manager on my scheme.
I think it's absolutely disgusting that they're thinking of depriving us of our help, which, if they do before all that long, some of us will not be able to stay, because as long as we can get on our feet, keep on our legs, and get ourselves out of bed at night, we're all right. Marilyn will help us with other things. But once she's not here, or if that does come off, which please God it won't, but if she goes in time, we shall all be in homes.